Hello my beautiful Taureans, Sharon Zadkiel here with your general reading for the month of March 2019. Thank you all for your likes, subscribes and shares. It is greatly appreciated. Please be reminded that I'm not a spiritual master or a guru, so what comes out in the readings for you today is the energy as it stands here and now. You have free will, may you be blessed with good choices. Okay, dear God and guides, what does Taurus March need to know for the month of March 2019? Okay. Okay, the first card that's come out for you, dear Taurus, is the Lover's card. So, this is all about you're coming into March with new relationships coming in. The Lover's card can also, indicate a Gemini energy, but it can also indicate unsettlement, usually around family, and especially around family. So for those of you that have been having family issues, it's going to be on the cards again, unfortunately, for the month of March. For those of you that this is the case, you're going to have to make decisions on, whether or not these relationships are really worthwhile, because if they are toxic, it may be time to start putting up some very severe boundaries and limitations within and around that particular scenario. For those of you who have been actually with the Magician card, it's like, what can I pull out of my bag? This is about work scenario, especially when it sits next to the Four of Pentacles. So for those of you that have been holding on to finances a bit too tight, you need to let go of your possessions, stabilities, gifts. This is obstacles being removed. This is the ability for you to be and move into the abundance that you truly desire. You will need to meditate on how you're actually going to get there. So for those of you that are actually looking at new business, work environment, new companies, whatever that form can take, really utilize the Hermit energy. So there will be times within the month of March, dear Taurus, that you will find yourself withdrawing a little bit, so that you can use caution and discretion while seeking wise advice to make the difficult decisions that need to be made. It's time to get out of the indecision. It's time to decide exactly which path you really want to go down and who you want to go down it with. You have the energy of the Queen of Cups, so, emotionally stable. For those of you that this is relevant, again, seek the counsel of the wise emotional friend that you have within your realm. You have the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So, if this, for those of you that this is with regards to a relationship, the Queen of Cups is there with her heart open and her emotions very clearly on her sleeve, and the King of Wands is just looking in the other direction. So for those of you, and again, general reading, but this is a very clear message that is coming through for me at the moment, is that for those of you that there is unsettlement within and around the family, and for those of you that it's with regard to your parents, you have a mother who is very much trying to mend bridges and be supportive and loving and bring joy and have you bring joy into her life. On the other hand, you have a father energy who is, I don't want any part of it. I'm done. I've had enough. I'm going to look away from the needs of my children. I'm going to be in there stirring the pot and keeping this conflict very much alive. You know, again, kings and queens can be male or female, but you know, this is the energy that they bring to the table. You'll need to stop juggling, stop with the indecision, and make some really hard decisions in the month of March, dear Taurians, to determine which path you're going to go down. What is acceptable, what is not acceptable. You know, you are going to, within the month of March, you know, utilise your courage to determine what it is that you actually want. Do you want to heal these relationships, or have you just had enough and it's like time to get the hell out of Dodge? You know, the Tower energy that comes in underneath the Magician. Again, general reading, but for many of you, major changes within and around the work environment. At the times, it will feel a little bit like a catastrophe in it, you know, because this will herald in, this Tower moment will herald in total completion and reorganisation of your life, of how you work, where you work. For those of you that have been pursuing, you know, enterprises on the side, or looking at changing employment, all the rest of it, you know, it's going to happen. It will bring celebration, healing, and love. It will bring the stability that you want. You know, you've got judgment in here. So this is, you know, heralding in the truth, heralding in, you know, legal agreements, negotiations, you know, that will bring victory, fulfillment, you know, clarity, success. Absolutely beautiful. You know, and bring with it the energy of the Queen of Swords. You know, she's a very intelligent, independent woman. You know, complex personality, don't get me wrong. But, you know, she's a force unto her own. Utilise her energy, and you can utilise the energy of this to herald in these new changes. So for some of you, the month of March will see you signing documents, legal agreements. You know, the truth will out. There will need to be negotiations about, you know, how the money is going to be split for some of you, especially with this Tower moment. So for those of you that this relates to an enterprise, you will be dotting your I's, crossing your T's, and really looking at that paperwork very carefully, taking it away, withdrawing, so that you can make the decisions that need to be made. You know, get to where you want to go, and get to the point where, you know, things are balanced financially. You know, for me, the Six of Pentacles is a case of, you know, especially under the Two of Discs, you know, who have you been giving your time, effort, energy, money to? Do they deserve it? Is there another? Or is there another project or plan that you should be putting your time, effort, energy, money into, so that you can get the balance? You know, especially with this Tower card, I think that you'll be making decisions that will, once your eyes have been open, and now that the Judgment card and the energy of this beautiful card is, you know, heralded in, it's like, you know, it's time for change. You know, if you look at this card really carefully, they're all being heralded to come out of the coffins, you know, come out of the darkness, come out from hiding, come out from under the dirt, so to speak. You know, this is a resurrection. This is, for me, when I see this card, it's, you know, it is a time for transformation. It's a time to allow the light in. It's a time to allow the new. It's a time to allow the victory and the fulfillment to, you know, truly be yours, to that which you've been, you know, secretly wishing and desiring to be yours. Absolutely beautiful cards. Gorgeous. You know, once you make the decisions, once this Tower moment is hit, and you've looked at, you know, where you need to be, that you've come out, you know, through healing, and through the healing that you've been doing coming into the month of March now. You know, this doesn't just, you know, all of a sudden happen. For many of you, this has been a bit of a struggle coming in through 2018, even some of the first part of 2019. But, you know, you have the Knight of Swords energy. So, you know, you do have the courage needed to face this situation that will bring you through the wishes and desires and making the choices that need to be made. You know, the Ace of Cups energy, bringing in the fulfillment, the joy, the plenty. The Empress, so, you know, the fruitfulness, the, you know, making the changes and making, you know, reorganizing in your life will, you know, fruit for your labor. Winning is within reach. You come from, you know, the higher ground. You're able to see exactly what's going on and where it's coming from. You have the King of Pentacles here as well. So, you know, this is, you know, you utilizing, if you utilize the energy of the King of Pentacles, you know, he is a successful, deep thinker. You know, wise, devoted. You have pentacles all over this reading. So, you know, for many of you, this is very much, you know, a reorganization of your 3D world. You know, you will have to swallow your pride a bit. You know, things have not exactly gone as planned. But you can, you know, look at, you know, there has been deceit for some of you, unfortunately. But no longer. You know, eyes wide open for this one, dear Taurus. You also have the Star card, so for many of you, you could be dealing with an Aquarius type energy. But the Star with it brings in the bright possibilities, the divine gifts to get you through the adversity that, you know, will be, for some of you, a little bit challenging through the month of March. But you can do this. You are, you know, one of the hardest working, see it through, stubborn, you know, stubborn signs. So it's like, you know, let go of the past, I think, is the biggest message for you, dear Taurians, that I could give you. You know, allow the fruitfulness through the work that you do, through your effort. You know, you will need courage, but it's all there for you. But like the Hermit, when you do need to withdraw, you know, take that time out to seek that inner clarity so that you can listen to your own inner voice, so that you can make sure that the choices that you're making actually line up with your own spiritual choice, you know, and truth. It's a time of no longer doing that which no longer serves you. Okay. Ooh, beautiful. Fresh air, dear Taurians. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants and flowers. Spend time outside today, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. Beautiful card. You know, get out there, take a big deep breath before you take the leap with this Tower moment. Be blessed with good choices in the month of May. Again, thank you for your likes, subscribes and shares. It is greatly appreciated.